Hello, friends. Hello, Roxana. It's really nice meeting you today. I'm very happy that you accepted my invitation. And today I'm hosting Roxana, and we are going to talk about her life in India, about her experience in this country, and about relationships in Indian families. And first of all, I would like to ask you to introduce a little bit yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? So that now our followers know you a little bit better.
Okay. Hello, Laura, and all your followers. Thank you very much for this invitation. It's really glad to talk to you and with everyone. I am really happy to see you now. I can say face to face.
Yes.
Really nice. Well, my name is Roxana, and I am from Argentina. My hometown is really actually my state is in the border with Brazil. So I am really close to them with this other Carioca culture, I can say. And so I live in India since 2015. So now it's been 7 years already that I'm here. And what I do, well, right now I'm working as a freelancer. I translate books, business documents, and all related to translations. And also I like to write. So I write for my own blog and for others as well. So actually that is what I'm doing. I discover the freelance world when I came here. Actually, someone else told me, why you don't work with Spanish classes, don't give Spanish classes. So I was thinking actually, like, I'm not good in Bengali, so I was thinking, no, better I will just work in translations and everything. I study English for a few years, so that helped me a lot. So okay, here we are.
Yeah, that's really nice. And I would like to ask you my first question, my favorite question actually. And probably you heard this question a lot of times. How did you meet your husband? The reason why you came to India, yes, because you got married to an Indian. Did you ever think that you will marry a foreigner, and especially someone from totally different culture than yours? So I would like to ask you to share your beautiful love story with us, actually.
Yes, no problem. Yeah, actually, that is something that my friends or relatives in here and in India also ask me. Of course, they want to know is something that I don't take in a wrong way or doesn't disturb me at all. So it's really it's natural for me. So okay, how I met him? Well, through Facebook. I was not thinking at all in married to a foreigner at all. No, I actually was a surprise. So we started chatting through Facebook, and at that time, this is a little funny because actually at that time was a game. For play that game, you had to have Facebook. Now this game doesn't exist anymore, but so it actually he was playing the same game than me, so he self-referred request. So I was thinking, okay, maybe he wants to play with me with the game. So I accept him. So okay. So then he suddenly say hello after a few weeks. Maybe he say hello to me, and that's how we started chatting. I was completely curious when he started telling me that he was from India, and then he started sharing his culture. I was like so amazed. It's like yeah, I wanted to know more and more and more. So he started showing me also photos about Durga Puja. That's something really important in Kolkata. So actually, he's from Kolkata.
Yes.
And but still, at the beginning, I was just feeling curious. I was not having that romantic feeling. I was like, okay, tell me more, like just a friend. Okay, I want to hear you. Tell me more. He also wanted to know about Argentina, so I started sharing. well, he knows that Argentina is like a footballer country, and we all love football. So he was okay, Messi, Maradona, all those comments that people usually do to me. So yeah, he wanted to know about that as well, about what we eat, what we do, what is important in my country, or everything. And after maybe 1 month, that we started, at that time, everything was just by writing. So he said, okay, let's go to a video chat. And so he said, let's talk through Skype. And I say, okay, I accept it. Then he say, okay, I have these feelings for you, blah, 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 blah. and I was like, I actually have been honest to him, and I said, listen, I like you, I already like you, but because he said I love you maybe 1 month before, after we started chatting, so I said I don't feel the same, actually I need a little more time for know you more, I want to know more, I already like you, but so he said, don't worry, I will make you fall in love with me. That's what he did. That's what he did. Yeah, we started chatting and talking every single day for 2 hours, from Monday to Monday, every day.
Wow.
So then he said, okay, what will happen to us? He started asking me. I never thought. I was thinking like, this is not real. I mean, love cannot happen in this way. That was in 2012, and I was like, no, this is not happening. How is possible that we have a relationship in this way? For me, it was not natural. I was not used to that. So I was a little bit afraid because I started thinking what will happen if we cannot meet, what will happen if I cannot go to India, or what will happen if you cannot come. And all my doubts started. I started my mind thinking, and he said, don't worry, I will go. So in 2014, he decided to arrange everything and go to Argentina, but unfortunately his visa has been rejected. So he tried again next year in 2014 and 13 and 14, and again his visa has been rejected. So he called me when he was outside the embassy. He called me and he said, okay, now what's next? What will happen? So I say, listen, we have two options. Or or I go there, or we leave this in here and we become just good friends, and you continue your way and me in my way, just that. Because of course, we were in a long relationship for 3 years, and we could not wait more. So I say, okay, I will go, and then the next step was to tell my parents. that was because my parents knew. Actually, I told them maybe after 6 months chatting to him. I told my mom first. Later, I told my father. My mother was surprised, like, how is that possible that you have a long distance relationship? Who is that person? You don't know him. So he can be lying to you. Maybe he's not a good person, and all. She started telling me, like, for once I understood, because she's my mother. She was worried, and she had a lot of concerns and doubts about it. So okay, I didn't feel bad for that. Of course, I understood her as a woman, as a mother, and so yeah. So I say, okay, you can chat or talk to him through video call. So I will introduce you to him. So that's exactly what they did. We had one day a video call, so I was there for translate because my mother cannot speak in English. So then she was like, wow, he is really nice. He looks a really sweet guy. So she constantly was saying, you should take care of my daughter. So So he was saying, yes, I will do it. And so they didn't have, actually, my mother didn't have any problem to open the doors of my house for receive him. Actually, they were really happy. We were happy also to, yeah, that, you know, he could go there and share his experience, and he tell who he really is, actually, to everyone. Everyone were happy. But yeah, this destiny didn't want to that he goes there. So.
I'll ask you one question. Is it so difficult for Indian citizen to visit Argentina? Because you mentioned that his visa was refused twice. Did they give any reason why it was refused?
Oh, yeah, actually everyone was a little bit like confused. Actually, I was confused as well about how it's possible that why will you get why you will not get the visa. And so yeah, from the consul they called me, and they, in the second time, when he applied for the visa the second time, the consul called me and say, are you Roxana? Are you going to receive this person to your house and everything? So let me tell you that I will not give the visa to him because there is something that you are not telling me, she said. So I say, no, he's just coming for visit to me, we are friends. So she say, you are lied, you are lied to me. You are lying to me. I think that between both of you something is going on, and actually I cannot accept to give the visa. I know that if he goes there, he will not come back to India. So I was like, I can't be possible. So that was a really bad thing, actually. Yeah. She was like mailing that thing in the ear, like, okay, actually was true, definitely he was going to just stay, but yeah, I think that for any other person who wants to go and travel, visit Argentina would be simple, right? Yes, you have to pass the interview. The first step is to provide all the documents, and the second step is the face-to-face interview with the consul. Mm-hmm. And it's like in America, they will ask you a few questions. Where do you want to go? Where will you stay? And all that things. Yeah. So his mistake was to say, I know someone in Argentina and want to go and visit to her. So that was his mistake, actually. Yeah, he could just directly say, no, I'm just going there and visit and see the country and just that. But that was a little bit.
But did your husband ever go to Argentina, actually?
He didn't. No, till now we didn't have the opportunity to go together. I went there in 2017, but he had to work here, so he couldn't go with me. I went there and stayed there for maybe 3 months, and then I came back. But yeah, we are planning. Of course, he has to go.
Yes, of course.
He has to be. After 7 years.
So beautiful there. Even it's my dream to see it one day. Yeah, so of course, and I'm sure he will like it a lot. Yeah, and now.
Yeah, now that we are married, absolutely, I think that will be easier.
Yes, because you are married, so you are his wife. Yeah, it's kind of normal to go together. Yes, and so after they refused his visa twice, so you decided to visit India.
Yeah, he called me when he was outside the embassy. He was really sad, of course. So he said, listen, my visa has been rejected. So yeah, actually, they called me for let me know that yes, that will not happen. So okay, I say, okay, fine, I will go. I don't have any problem. I will start arranging everything. So in 2015, May 2015, I came. The thing is that my parents were not ready for that. They were not ready. They were always happy to receive him. And then, of course, if he wanted to marry there, they didn't have absolutely any problem in between us. they accept him without any problem. But the problem was when I want to go there, come here actually, that yeah, they took few months to like prepare them maybe, because I also was not expecting to come. I was not expecting at all to. I mean, my world flipped up completely. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. Yes.
So eventually your parents kind of accepted your choice in the end.
In the end, yes. I can say they didn't have any choice because that that is what I wanted. In the end, I wanted. So I said, listen, I will go. I will meet him. I will stay there a few months, and then I will come back. I mean, go back to Argentina, and then go back to India again. That was the plan. But no, actually, I came to India and never went back. So that was
Okay. Yeah.
for my parents really. But yeah, they accepted. They accepted. My mother came to see him face to face after 1 year later. I came here. She came, and she stayed here with his family as well. And I made her try the food and everything. So she was so happy, and my in-law also, of course, received my mother here. Everything was fine.
And that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, what was your actually first impression about India when you went there for the first time and you went to Calcutta? It's a known, like, let's say, okay, everyone thinks that it's one of the poorest cities, it's very dirty there. So how did you feel there? I have never been to Calcutta. I have a lot of friends there. I really wish to visit one day because I think it's still a nice city. There are a lot of beautiful places like in any other cities. So how did you feel like your first time in India?
Yeah, actually, I have been living in Kolkata for the last 7 years, and recently, just 1 month before I move on to Hyderabad. So right now I am in Hyderabad. But Kolkata, yeah, actually, it's a mix of feelings that you have when you stay here. Before to come to or go to Kolkata, I started reading a lot of articles because I didn't have idea about India. Actually, India was not in my radar at all. was not part of my plans to come to India. I was not interested in India. I was nothing. I didn't have the idea about India. So I started reading a lot. I started watching YouTube videos about all the tourists that were traveling. So yeah, actually I saw Kolkata is what it is. Actually, you come and see poor people everywhere, but also, of course, it has a beautiful side. It's complex to explain the feeling. At the beginning, yeah, it cost me a lot to get used to the city because of the heat. I was not used to that. The summer. Still now I struggle a lot because in my country is hot but not that hot. So definitely till now, after 7 years, I cannot get used to the weather at all. It's really hard for me. But yeah, the people is beautiful. I learned to see them beyond their eyes. I saw their soul. They are beautiful inside. They are really helpful people. They are. It's really hard to put into words how to describe them. I saw another side of the human behind. Actually, I learned a lot to be after being here. I learned to be patient. I learned to be patient, have patience a lot. It's it's curious because when I went back to Argentina a few years ago, I was missing a lot Kolkata. So I don't know. It's it's weird to explain.
Yes, I understand.
It's weird.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so you went to Calcutta and you actually got married immediately after you went there. So did you have traditional Indian wedding or you just register in the registry office? How did it happen?
Well, as I came in May, my visa will actually have to expire 6 months later. So because of that, we married really fast. Actually, we married 3 months later, but we just did the how you said the legal ceremony, just that at home with family members and just few friends. Something really simple. We didn't have the opportunity yet to do the religious ceremony. I really wanted to wait also because I wanted my family to come. But in the end, the years were passing by. We didn't do that. And I can say I don't know how to wear sari. After so many years, I have to receive help for wear sari. It's a little bit complicated, but yeah, I wear sari sometimes for important occasions, and I also wear kurta, pajamas, and all this traditional clothes. Yes, I love it. It's really fresh. It's really light. I like it. Very nice.
Yes, and how are your relation with your parents-in-law? Did they accept the choice of their son immediately? Because you know probably a lot of stories like when parents-in-law didn't want any foreigner daughter-in-law, so they create a lot of troubles. How was it? How was with you? What was your experience with them?
Yeah, actually, I was really worried at the beginning. I was really worried. I was asking constantly to him, do you tell your parents that I'm going, or do you tell your parents that you have a foreigner girlfriend? What they say, what they think, what is their thoughts? And he was, don't worry, don't worry. I knew actually, yes, he told me that some parents sometimes choose their bride or the husband for the kids. I mean the wife and husband. So in my case, I have been really lucky. My love actually accepted me from the beginning right away. I didn't have any problem. I didn't have to struggle absolutely at any moment. I also was really how to say I put myself always in their shoes because I knew that we may not be easy to have a foreigner in their house because I had to adapt to them and adjust to them, and they also had to adjust to me. So I always was constantly doing things for don't bother them, don't disturb them. I didn't want that they get mad or something. So I got to learn how to cook for them and everything. I have been really polite, like because I wanted actually to that they feel comfortable with me. I wanted that. So yeah, actually I did it. I won. Then and yes, they didn't have any problem. Still, maybe they felt a little bit shy at the beginning, just because I was new. But yeah, my mother-in-law told me to cook and the names of the vegetables and all the things, how to use the spices. I didn't have idea about the spices. And yeah, slowly, everything actually evolved really fine, really without any problem.
That's nice. And did you live together with your parents-in-law in the same house?
We were living in, yes, all together in the same house. Well, my father-in-law, unfortunately, he passed away 3 years ago. So now it's just my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law. They live together in Kolkata. But my husband found a new job in Hyderabad, so we moved on here. And my mother-in-law didn't want to come because she has pets. So she said, okay, no, I don't want to go. So okay, we respect her decision, and we help her from the distance, of course, always. No, yeah.
Yes, I understand that. And I would like to ask you, was it really difficult for you to adjust in India when you just arrived? When did you really feel comfortable? After how long time, actually, after staying there? Because I know it's not a different atmosphere, so of course you need time to adjust. So was it difficult for you?
It was really difficult for me, really difficult, because first of all, when that first day that I arrived, and I put my feet outside the airport, I felt the heat, and I can't believe it. I will live in here with this heat all the time. I was like, I was complaining, how is possible? So he was smiling, and I said, yeah, you have to get used to the heat here is super humid, and so just try to relax. So I was like, yeah, of course, no, I don't have any problem. I will let that moment come to feel myself comfortable. I will not rush, because yeah, for the first 3 months, when you move on to a new country, you feel like you are the tourist one. You still are like exploring the city, talking with new people. But after that time, when you really discover that you are not a tourist one anymore, then everything is like following you. It's like, oh no, I miss my parents, I miss my family, I miss my friends, I miss my dog. And then you start thinking and thinking and thinking. So actually that moment was really hard. I struggled a little bit, and I felt comfortable after the year recently, like to adjust properly, and took me 3 years to adjust the food. Because we don't eat spicy food.
Yes.
In Argentina. So I felt sick for a few months. I couldn't eat absolutely anything. I reduced a lot of weight because of that. That was the nice part. But now I recover everything. I don't have any problem. I can eat absolutely everything. I love the food. It's amazing. But yes, at the beginning, I couldn't. I remember, actually, this is something that I remember. When I came in the morning, I arrived in the morning, and they prepare rice with chicken, with spices, really spicy. And I tried and I couldn't finish. So I felt really bad because they were super happy. They cooked a special meal for me and I couldn't finish it. So I apologized that I couldn't eat. So, but okay, they understood that my situation.
Yes.
And but right now, yes, when I learn, I know how to cook them. Just really spicy food, and actually, I am glad that I don't feel sick anymore. That is actually, of course, because then what will you eat, right? What can you eat? Nothing. So yeah, I have been with empty stomach for a long time because of that. I couldn't eat nothing, and now, yeah.
Yeah, now you are adjusted to spices. Yes, that's nice. And after living in India 7 years, what do you like the most about this country?
I like, yeah, definitely. I think that we agree with, with how the people are. They are super helpful. That is something that I noticed. For example, I went to buy things to a grocery shops, and I saw that people leave their money just in front of you like nothing, and I was like, worry. Like I wanted to tell them, the owner, don't leave your money there. Don't leave your money there. And no one is touching. My husband said, no, don't worry, no one will touch it. Because of course, in my country, there are some insecurities matters,
Yes.
so you cannot do that. So when I saw that, I was like, no, someone will take it. You tell the man to hide the money. So but no, and that is really nice. People respect each other in all things, actually. And I love that spirit, that happiness that they have. They are so happy with so less, with so little. And that is something that I have learned as well, to share, to cherish the moment, to be like that. I mean, just enjoy the moment and small things of every day, of course. Yeah.
Yes, and is there something what caused maybe some negativity, or maybe you couldn't accept or understand still? Because it's like, as I said, it's totally different culture. There are some things which can actually shock. Yes, I also had this experience. Yeah, but was there something like that for you, what you couldn't accept still?
Um, well, yes, I have seen people throwing garbage everywhere, for example, in Kolkata, right? So I have been thinking, I was telling my husband, we should create something, do something, so we can go to schools or educate in the way to say, right? Because just to talk with students how to you can classify the garbage and everything, because people were eating something and just throw it away just in the way, and that is something that I didn't like much. They were used to, actually, in Kolkata, they are used to doing that. I don't want to offend anyone, but actually that is what I've seen. Also in the Holy River in the Ganges, I saw people throwing things there. So I was like, you should not do that. I mean, like, but of course, I never say anything to them. I mean, I never say, because, I mean, it's, what will I say? But yeah, that is what I didn't like. That is the part that I didn't like. There is no the custom of putting the garbage in one sector. They just throw away just whenever they want, and wherever they want also. So that is the part I can say. Yeah, and another thing is, I remember how they drive, how they drive. Um, how they drive is crazy. Actually, sometimes I would be scared to cross the street alone. So I feel a little bit, yeah, scared, because I don't know. I say, I know I don't want to die, so I I cross running, and people laugh on me because I cross running. But it's something real. I think that this is something that many foreigners struggle as well.
Yes.
That you don't know when to cross, right? You don't know when or how, or yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think all the girls noticed, yeah, that it's really chaotic traffic and so many cars, and you really have to run. I would do it alone. I always cross the road with my husband. Yeah, and I think I would never drive in India. I think it's really I think people who can drive are heroes. I can't do that anyway.
That is what my husband said. I want to buy a motorbike. I say, you are crazy that you will buy a motorbike. No, I mean, it's like, no, nothing happened. For him, definitely for him it's normal, because that is how he's grown up. It's the only thing that he saw. So of course I will not judge him, because, I mean, yeah. But no, I mean, think about having a car by my own, or a motorbike. Make me feel like really insecure.
Yes. Yes, I understand you very well. And I would like to ask you, could you learn the mother tongue of your husband? And what about him? Can he speak a little bit Spanish, or which language did you communicate with your parents-in-law? Do they speak English?
Well, actually, when he was planning to go to Argentina, he started taking classes, Spanish classes.
Mhm.
So right now he knows some basic things, and the same happened to me. I know some basic Bengali, but
Yes.
it's not enough for have a fluent conversation. And the same happened to him. He cannot have a fluent conversation in Spanish, so he cannot speak to my parents more than hi, hello, how are you, and maybe a few things more, and just that. And in my case, well, I learned how to go and buy a few numbers, the prices, and the ingredients. That I can manage myself. But then having yes, like we are talking right now, no, it's not possible. So we speak in English, and it's really curious because in the end, my mother tongue is Spanish, his
Yes.
mother tongue is Bengali, and we no one of us speak in any of our own language. We speak in English. So actually, we wake up speaking in English. We go to sleep speaking in English, and we it's like natural.
Yes.
He's not saying you should learn Bengali. You have to learn Bengali. No. He also I mean, say to me, be free. In the end, many people can speak English in India.
Yes.
I mean, his family also speak English, so that is the thing. I don't feel the pressure to learn Bengali. That's why, because actually many people say you have been living in India for 7 years. How is possible that you don't know how to speak Bengali or Hindi? So actually, my family say that, and I say I just know the basic things and nothing else. But yeah, I mean, I know they have to. I should learn actually. I should.
Yeah, but is it easy for you to learn this language? Okay, Bengali, I don't know if you try to learn Hindi because in each state there are different languages. Yeah, and then I think in Calcutta everyone probably speak Hindi as well.
Exactly. I was thinking also I should just maybe learn Hindi directly, right? In here in Hyderabad, people don't speak Bengali, so they
Yes.
speak in Hindi, and the language that I don't remember.
Telugu,
The
Telugu.
language.
Yes.
Telugu, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, oh no way. Now, what I have learned in Bengali, for go and buy spices or vegetables, actually doesn't work in here. So I was okay. Now I have to start from zero
Yes.
and learn everything again. How to go and buy the things. It's like oh, but I have to.
Yeah, so many languages. Yeah, but I think because when earlier I used to learn Bengali a little bit, and I found it's a very easy language, especially from the grammar point of view. It's actually easier than Hindi, I would say. And it's a
Yeah.
beautiful language, actually. My favorite songs are in Bengali. I can sing them. I really love this language, but unfortunately, I forgot everything. I can't read and write anymore, but it was kind of easy to learn. I don't know why. Maybe because I knew Hindi already at that time. So,
Exactly. They have Hindi and Bengali have many actually much in common, and that is the good thing, the positive thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
and one question I would like to ask you, because both of you are from totally different culture, totally different religion, background, everything is different. Was there any difficulties for you to in accepting each other? Did you face any like troubles or something, or everything went smoothly for you?
Yeah, everything was going yeah fine because when I accepted having a relationship with him, uh, I was accepting his culture, his religion, and what he is as a human being. So I never asked him to change. I always respect his belief, his opinion. I never say no, what you learn or what you know, or in the way that you learn this or that is not correct and mine is correct. That never happened. The same with him. He never say you should learn, for example, Bengali, or you must to learn about my religion or something like that. No, we always say, let the moment come. And everything was actually evolving really smoothly, naturally. And that is the good thing when no one is forcing you
Yes.
to learn something. That is really, you feel like a relief.
Yeah, that's how it
Actually,
should
yes.
be. I think if you try to change someone, it won't work anyway. Then something is wrong, of course.
Exactly, exactly. So I discovered by myself his religion. Actually, I'm Christian. He's Hindu. Sorry,
Yes.
Hindu. Oh, I have a Hindu, and I didn't have the idea about Hinduism. So I started reading, and actually, I love what I discovered without living my own religion. And so I can say it's not like I practice the Hinduism, but I love to know about why this happened, who are these people, I mean, or they, or gods that they have. And so actually, I want to know everything. And that, yeah, I mean, I feel really comfortable
No, that's
learning
the most
about that.
important thing. Yes, yes. Just to learn about each other culture and accept it the way you are, and I think it's very important. When you try to change someone, yeah, it's not the right approach, I think. And
Exactly. When you fall in love with a person, you fall in love with exactly the essence of what that person is showing to you. And if he's showing the culture, the photos or videos about festivities or whatever, it's like you embrace everything, right? So,
yes, exactly.
yeah.
And what about communication? Could you find really good friends among local people, or did you prefer to communicate with maybe with expats who were living in Calcutta? Could you find actually good friends there?
Unfortunately, no. When I came here, I was desperately looking for, searching for a friend, looking for a friend because I was feeling so alone. So yeah, I made some Indian friends, yes, but I wanted someone who could speak Spanish because I want to speak Spanish so much. So I was like, okay, I started looking for groups in Facebook, about yeah, Latin people, Latin American people living in India. I didn't have the chance to connect with anyone, and then just I left. I was thinking, okay, when the moment comes, if I meet someone, fine. If not, I will stop looking for it because I can see that I felt a little bit frustrated because I couldn't find. And most probably right now, actually, yes, there are much more people from Latin America than before. Maybe at the beginning when I came, were not so many like you can find right now in India. Yeah, that's the thing. So, but yeah, about friends, I have some Indian friends, but from Latin America, no, no one. I
Yeah,
don't know anyone.
there was actually one girl I talked to her recently. She's from Mexico and she lives in Calcutta now. So
That's the thing that I got to know right now that these ladies are in Kolkata and there are others in other parts of India as well. But 7 years ago,
yes,
I didn't have idea, right? So it was like, and now I left Kolkata, and that is really bad. I mean, I was like, I don't have idea also if in Hyderabad there are also foreigners living. Most,
yes,
I
yes.
think that yes,
A lot of
yes,
them.
yes.
Yes, I know a lot of girls. I know one girl from France, many girls from Russia. A lot of them are living in Hyderabad. Yeah, maybe Spanish speakers, I don't know actually, maybe. I would imagine there should be someone. If I come across, I will surely let you know.
Sure, no problem.
Speak your mother tongue, it's the best feeling, yes, to speak to someone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, in 2018, a lady from Mexico contacted me through Facebook, and she was saying, I saw in your profile that you are living in Kolkata, and actually I'm traveling to Kolkata because she wanted to celebrate Diwali and Durga Puja. It was her first time in India. So she asked me some help. She didn't have idea about India and how to be here actually. So yeah, I helped her. I was so happy, and we were talking so much,
Wow.
so much in Spanish. And I told her, I'm sorry I've talked to you so much. What happened is that I couldn't speak for the last 3 years. I couldn't speak in Spanish so fluently. So she was not, "No, don't worry," and but then of course she left because she just came for holidays and
Yes.
just that. But here permanently, no, I don't have, and I didn't have the chance to uh, have that friend.
Yes,
Actually,
I
that
will ask,
friend.
I will ask my friends. Maybe they know someone, so it would be really great if you can speak with someone in Spanish. That would be really nice.
Exactly.
Yes, and another question I would like to ask you, could you realize yourself professionally? Is it difficult for a foreigner to find job in India? So what was your experience? Because according to me, okay, first 2 years you can't even work until you get your proper documents, but after that, I think, is it important to know like local language? What do you think? Because you didn't speak Bengali, and do you really need to know it to be able to find a good job?
Yes, exactly. I have been active before coming. I was a very active person. So the first thing that I was planning when I arrived was work. Um, so, but yeah, when I went to do my paperwork and everything for the residency, right now I already have the residency, and this year I can apply for change the nationality.
Mhm.
But I, I I will not do it because if I do it, I will lose my own. So it's like India doesn't accept double nationality, so I have to choose. So okay, I will prefer just be permanent residentship, and just that. So with that, I'm fine. So when these people from the office, foreigner office, say, no, you have to wait 3 years for them work. I was like, no way, no, I can't be. I need to do something. And then that exactly was the moment when I discovered the freelance work because I was so desperately to do something, and I wanted to keep my mind in something. So I had been invited for different institutes, language institutes, because they teach Spanish. So they invite me to talk with the students, and they offer me job as well. But yeah, at that time I didn't have my residency and everything. I couldn't have a bank account and all the documents, Aadhaar card and everything. So it was a little complicated for have a contract job actually. But then, of course, if you want to come and work as a freelancer, don't have any problem because you don't need to document.
Yes.
I also went to some job interviews, and they say, yeah, you can. I mean, I like your resume. You actually are hired, but you don't speak Hindi.
Yeah.
So again, like, okay, so okay, I just will work as a freelancer. And so right now I could apply, but I am really really deep in this what I'm doing. So like it's okay, But yeah, I think that for example, if you are a foreigner and you want to come and work in India, definitely if that is your plan, you can apply for a job visa. I think that there will not be any problem. You can work automatically, or
Yes.
maybe after But yeah, that my case was completely different, right? So yeah, for example, if you speak other language, you are a foreigner and you want to teach your language in here, that is really a good idea, actually.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see now Indians, they learn different languages, and I think Spanish would be very popular as well. I'm sure it will be
Yeah.
them, yeah, learn Spanish and they go to Spain, to other countries, yeah, because people there, I think, they don't speak English very well. At least I don't know how it is in Latin America, but I went to Spain, I went to Italy, and I was surprised that like only few people can speak English. So you have to learn Spanish, at least some basic Spanish to be able to communicate.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And the same happened when in my country, for example, people are not used to speaking in English.
Mhm.
Wherever you will go, you will find just people speaking just in English. Sorry, just in Spanish. So that's why my husband was learning Spanish, because I say, if you want to work in Argentina, you don't have option then learn Spanish, because
Yes.
they don't speak English. So that also happened, and yeah, but in here in India, you have a lot of. I met people who were, I mean, not face to face, but yes, I know that some foreigners were teaching
Yes.
Russian language and Chinese language. Also, yeah, yeah, and Spanish is super popular. Yeah, there are many institutes in where they are teaching Spanish
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see one question actually from Colombian girl, also Spanish speaker. She's also living in India, but I think somewhere in the north. And she's asking, which language do you teach? I couldn't get it. So I think you didn't teach any language, or did you work a little bit as a teacher?
No, no, no. Actually, I had the opportunity. I have a different offer to teach Spanish, but no. Right now, I am not doing that. I'm not in the teaching area, actually.
Ah, okay. So you are actually happy with what you are doing now with translation. Yeah, I think it's the best option to work as a freelance because you can move around. You are not attached to any place. Yeah, I think it's the best way to work like that, especially now.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. You have a lot of freedom, and you don't have a boss that is on you. So that is the positive side of the freelance work. Yes.
Yes, that's true. And one question I would like to ask you, what do you think about Indians? What make them different than others? What is your opinion? If we compare people from Argentina and people from India, especially men, I would like to know because I heard a totally different stories from South American girls. So I think people, even in South America, they are very different. That's what I could understand. So if you compare them a little bit, what are the main differences?
Yeah, they are huge. I mean, the difference is huge. The Argentines is, of course, this is a general opinion,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course. No,
Must be
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes. They don't have any problem that, for example, if he thinks that you are beautiful for him and and he wants to get your phone number, he will go directly and say, "Hi, you are so beautiful. Would like to talk to you. Can you give me your phone number?" Just directly. End the story. Here, no. Here, I mean, India's men are shy, more shy. Of course, they are Argentinians. That doesn't mean that they will not respect you, like they will not be gentlemen. Yeah, but I had the experience that if they really like you, they will just come directly and ask you for a date, or just directly, yeah, ask you on phone number. They don't have problem. Um, and I think that is that is the principal difference. And I think that applies for all Latin Americans men. I'm not sure. I mean, I have not been in Colombia or Venezuela. I am not sure how they are exactly, but I think that yeah, that apply for everyone in there. They are more direct. They just go for it.
But
they
you know,
think twice.
sorry, I just interrupt you, but you know how many messages I am getting every day from Indian men, and they're asking me directly, what is your phone number? They can see that I'm married or something, but still, I am kind of really shocked. It's like, come on, guys, do you see that I'm not someone who is looking for a relationship or something? Yeah, so I would say that for Indians, maybe you noticed that for them to say, I love you, okay, I really like you, it's also kind of easier. They do it very fast, yes. At least what I saw.
True.
Yes.
That's true, but what happened is they will not do it face to face. They will just go and talk to you through a chat, but face to face, when they are face to face with you, they cannot speak. They are like in shock. They are not fluently talking. They cannot, I don't know, maybe at the beginning because they feel shy and everything. But the Argentinian men, they will go directly to you and ask you face to face. Definitely, they will ask you as well through chat, but for them, it's like it's easier to just go and see you face to face and ask you a phone number. Here in India, yes, I also receive a lot of message asking me for a date, and they, I mean, without asking me as well if I am married or something like that. So, but I'm quite sure that they will not dare to do that face to face in person. They will not do that. No, they or ask you private questions. They will not. Definitely don't do it face to face. So actually, that is one thing. The Indian men are a little more serious, maybe like more, they want a serious relationship as well. Maybe I think this because of the social pressure that they have, that you reach such a certain age and you have to marry and you have to have kids. In Argentina, that doesn't happen. No one will push you to marry. No one will push you to have kids. Actually, no one will care if you don't marry. But in here, yes, men are like more. They feel the pressure, right? So they are always looking for a wife or something like that. Actually, in Argentina, they are right now. It's super weird if someone marries.
Yeah, really.
No.
But do they marry late in Argentina? I mean, women and men, because I heard that in Italy or Spain, people get married very late. Sometimes by 40, they just get married, or they never married. They just stay together. I don't know, how is it in Argentina? Is it the same?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, for example, I think that the pressure is like in here, maybe a little bit, that is something in common that we can have about women, that just they will ask you if you are a woman, because you are a woman, actually, I can say, is why you didn't marry and why you don't have kids. That is the typical question. But for men, actually that don't happen. Men are free. They want to have a relationship with you, but without being married. He wants to keep or continue living with his parents, and you can live in your house, but still we can have a relationship, something like that. In here, it's that they have to marry, like they must to marry, something like that. And so yeah, that in there that don't happen. Yeah, actually. But yeah, they marry when they feel like, of course, when they feel that they really found that correct person, definitely they marry. So yes, of course.
Yes, it is different in India, of course. But I noticed that even in India, people get married not very early anymore, how it used to be, like by 23, after you finish your study, you have to get married. Now I see a lot of guys who marry also after 30, and it's kind of normal. Even girls are not in a hurry.
That is also true. That right now, it's like things are slowly changing.
Yes.
But but also depends on the parents, how the parents are. If they are a little more modern, maybe, I don't know how to call it, they will not make that pressure. For example, my husband's parents never thought that in to find a wife for him. So that is, for example, that he had the completely free choice to choose his own wife. And also, I used to ask him, your parents never say or ask you when will you marry? And he always say, no, my parents never ask me anything. So yeah, but yeah, I know there are parents who are maybe a little more
but I noticed,
old-fashioned.
yes, I noticed that people in West Bengal, they're actually more open-minded, I would say, because I could see my friends. All of them, like I have a few pen friends whom I knew for many years, all of them were the only son in their families, no more kids. And all of them married very late, I think around 40, and no one ever forced them to marry. No, they didn't have any pressure at all. So I think maybe Bengalis are much more open-minded, I would say.
And I hear that from many people that in this side of the country they are more open-minded. I mean, for example, in Bangalore and all that area, people are much more open-minded. But it's true, because actually I know someone who is 45 years old and is single and doesn't have kids, and he doesn't have any plan in marry, actually. And yeah, it's okay. I think that right now people are a little more relaxed about the marriage.
One Bengali guy who's living in Europe, and he is so fond of traveling. I think he will never marry. He just spent his life in traveling. Like every weekend, he's going somewhere, like new country, new place, new city. It's like I wonder, and he's more than 40, and he's also the only son of his parents. But I have a feeling that he will never marry, really, because he's not interested. He just likes traveling. That's all. That's his life.
Yeah, that's true. Now the travel is like everyone wants to travel. Everyone wants to be more free to do things. And actually, I don't have kids yet. We don't have, after 7 years of marriage, we don't have kids. First of all, not because we don't want to exactly, but we were waiting for the right moment to have the kid, to settle down and agree, okay, how we will raise the kid, because it's not about, I mean, I'm not Indian, he's not Argentinian, so definitely we have to talk about how we will educate the kid and all the things. I don't want to have that, I don't know, I don't know, in that area, I don't want, definitely I don't have any problem into the kid born and in here. I don't have any problem. But yeah, actually, we didn't have the moment, the correct moment yet, to, not for any bad. But yeah, actually, people say you don't want to have kids. Actually, that's why you are making him to wait. And I say no. Actually, we both decide to wait. But yeah, people point me out because I am the responsible. I am the woman. I know that is a little bit heavy as well sometimes. That people, actually mostly Indians, point me out that you don't have kids because what, you are selfish and all those comments.
To ask this question, even then 1 month after couple gets married, okay, are you planning to have kids? So it's the favorite question.
Yeah, so I say, I actually sometimes I just want to say, will you educate the kid? Will you give me money for raise the kid or something like that? I want to answer, or like, the kid is no. It's something that you have to plan. You have to. I don't want to bring a kid just because society said that I have to have a kid. I want to be sure to see how we will educate the kid, how, where, when. I don't know. So
yes,
yeah, maybe if I was Indian. Or maybe if he was Argentinian, we will not have that conversation. Of course not. Yeah.
Yes, I
But
understand. And I see one more question. It's actually regarding our previous topic. It's from Karen. She's also Mexican, also Spanish speaker, also live in India actually. And she's like,
oh,
yes, so I think maybe you saw our interview with her earlier. I don't know, because I had a few Spanish speaking girls just before. So and she's asking, can I ask what do you actually do? So probably she wants to know what do you actually do regarding to your work.
oh, okay, yes, yes. I right now I'm translating books. I'm working with different authors, writers. So in from Spanish to English, and from English into Spanish, I translate their books, and also all related to business, like documents or yeah. Actually, some students also ask me to translate their content and everything. Yeah, websites all related to the world. Actually, also I have been working in online serials. I translate the subtitles also in that
Yeah, that's really
sector.
interesting. I'm working with your language kind of more with Spanish and with English mainly.
Sorry.
So you are working like mainly with Spanish and with English, so with two languages.
Exactly. Yes. 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 These writers are some from London. Then I also have some clients from Mexico, so that they are writers and they want me to translate the books into English. And yeah, from many countries actually. Yeah, both language I can manage.
Yeah, that's really nice that you can still use your mother tongue. Yeah, it's the best. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard many people do this. Yeah, like translation work. I found that I was also thinking about the same, but somehow I didn't start yet.
No,
Okay.
it's really good. Actually, there are many people. Actually, right now, the world is like it's spreading so fast. The languages. People want to learn also different languages. It's completely different than maybe even I can say 10 years ago. Now it's like much more open. People are willing to learn 2, 3 languages at the same time, and I have received offers for teach online classes, give teaching Spanish, but yeah, I already have work, so I can. Actually, that is the thing. You are learning also how to work from home, because at the beginning maybe it cannot be easy how to manage your time and everything, but slowly you accommodate yourself and with your task, and you don't have to travel or
Yes.
go to office and everything. So that is a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe later you can also teach Spanish. It's also pretty good job, I think, especially now you can teach online. You don't need to go anywhere. I think it's also pretty good
Yeah.
option, yes. And of course, Spanish is
Yes.
very word known language. Yeah, many countries speak Spanish, so I think it's also great opportunity for you at least. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
And I would like to ask you about Indian food. So you mentioned in the beginning you struggled a lot, especially because of spices. So it was pretty spicy for you. So it seems that in Argentina you don't eat spicy food. Yes, because in South America it's also different. As I understood, in Colombia people also don't eat spicy. In Mexico it's more spicy. So so, how do you like Indian food? What is your favorite dish, and what type of food do you mainly cook at home? Indian or Argentinian? And how does your husband like Argentinian cuisine? Because it's also totally different, and you know, Indians they really enjoy their own food. And they're very patriotic about it, I would say. They don't ever like to try so much any different dishes. How is it in your family?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Actually, when I came, the first thing that I did was cook some Argentinian dish. I knew that, of course, here people don't eat meat. In Argentina, people eat a lot of meat, so beef. Actually, I didn't have any problem in stop eating because I already was not a person who used to eat a lot of meat, so I didn't have any any problem actually. But my brother used to say, actually, if I go there, I cannot eat beef and everything, so that's why I will not go. He said, but actually, no. You can eat chicken. People eat chicken. People eat eggs, fish, and everything. So
Yes.
you will not have problems. But so I didn't feel that need of eat beef or something like that. But yeah, I learned to cook some Bengalis, actually, yeah, Bengalis plates, dishes. Machi chol is one of the most best known dishes, dime chol and other things. Also, well, my problem at the beginning was how to calculate or how much spices should I use in each dish. That is something that, yeah, I had to learn a lot. Right now, yeah, I am cooking Indian food actually every single day. And as I have my roots are Italian, so in my house, actually in Argentina, we used to eat a lot of Italian food.
Oh, okay.
So my dishes in here are always Italian as well. So when people ask me what kind of food do you eat in Argentina, I start saying spaghetti, cannelloni, ravioli, also. But they say, but these are Italian. So I say, well, but that is what we eat. Actually, that is what we eat, and so yeah, my husband was at the beginning like a little bit not convinced to try those dishes, but yeah, I made and I made the authentic food, and he liked it, but not that much because it was not spicy. So that's why, yeah. And yeah, at the beginning I had problem for yeah, get used to that spices, and right now I can eat it and I can cook it. I actually, it's really hard for me to cook Argentinian food because I cannot find the exactly the ingredients. For example, cheese, that we in Argentina eat a lot of cheese. In here you can find cheese, but it's completely different, the cheese. So that's why it's like a little bit complicated sometimes.
Yes.
So yeah, actually I don't cook much Indian Argentinian food, I can say right now. But it's sometimes, once in a while, when I can, I do it. But he doesn't like for dinner or lunch. He just likes to eat like a snack, not as a principal dish. No.
And what is your favorite Indian dish, actually? I really like Bengali fish in Bengali way. It's really tasty and it's so easy to cook. I used to cook it quite often earlier. Even my friends like it so much, and they really enjoy it. It's like only, it's not spicy actually at all. You just use maybe 2 spices, and it's like 30 minutes and it's done. And what do you like the most?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I was a person who didn't eat a lot of fish, and here I learned to eat fish often. Yeah, that's true. I like that, and I also like biryani.
Yes.
The biryani at the beginning, I didn't like at all. I didn't like at all the taste of biryani, and right now I love it. So that's why I think like how we evolve, right? Or taste and everything evolve, and we get used to the flavors, and yeah, it's really pretty nice. Actually, I love it. I also like luchi. In Kolkata, they call it luchi. It's like I know that in different part of India maybe have has a different names for food, or name the same food actually. It's like a kind of bread that you fry. I don't know in another language, Indian language, how to call it actually. But in Kolkata they call it luchi, and we cook with some potato and really spicy. that the potato is really spicy. Actually, it's like with a gravy, and that is really nice, mostly when it's raining. So, but yeah, that biryani right now is my favorite dish, I can say.
Yeah, and I heard that in Hyderabad they have the best biryani, so you probably tried already.
Yes, yes, someone told me as well that in here, actually, I tried a few days ago biryani. The taste is completely different than from Kolkata, completely different. But yeah, someone told me that there are places in where you can find first level biryani. They say, so I will try that.
Yes. And what about Indian sweets? Do you like them? Or do you also find them too sweet, like maybe also? And for me also, I find them too sweet. I can't handle all of them. There are actually one sweet I love, and it's from West Bengal, coconut laddu. This is really nice. I love it a lot.
No, yes, actually in Kolkata, they eat a lot of, how's the name? I cannot remember the name of that sweet. It's white, it's like a ball made of milk, of course. But they say that it's a typical sweet. I don't remember the name right now. I can say it and I cannot, well, I don't remember the name, but it's too sweet. Yes, it's too sweet. I cannot eat more than one. And actually, I don't like much the sweet. No, not much.
No. So I think Indian sweets are too sweet for everyone. It seems like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When my mother came, we also may have tried the sweets, and she couldn't finish it at all. It was like, no, I can't.
Yes, I can understand. Yeah, maybe it's a rasgulla. I don't know. Someone is just writing.
Rasgulla.
Ah, okay, yeah, it is too sweet indeed. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
That's true. That's true. That's true. It's super sweet. I actually make you feel like full if you eat just. I can eat more than one.
Yes,
No,
yes, me too. And I can't eat it just like that. It's only with tea or something because it's really sweet for me. I'm not fond of sweets anyway. I like all salty things. So that's why Indian sweets I can't handle so much yet. And is there something what you really miss from your cuisine, like from something from Argentina? Because you can't find everything, of course. So when I go to India, I miss the most two things. I miss tasty cheese because I can't find any nice cheese at all. I think in big cities it's probably easier to find. And I miss tasty bread. It's like I don't like this toast bread at all. So is there something what you really miss from Argentina?
Oh yes, yes. We eat a lot of. It's like a kind of French bread, actually we call it. And in here, I didn't have the opportunity to see that kind of bread. So I miss that bread. I miss. We eat actually. We drink. It's like a kind of tea, but it's not a tea exactly. It's weird to explain because we use like a kind of herbs, natural herbs, and we put it in a pot with. I have it here. I can show you. I can show you here. That was actually it's really complicated. I cannot drink it because in here I cannot find. We don't find this kind of grass. It's like a grass that we use. So we put that grass in here.
Oh, okay.
It's like this. We put the grass inside, and we have this.
Yes.
And in here has like a hole.
Oh, okay.
So you put inside. And then after the grass cover all this recipient, we put hot water and we drink it.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah. So it transformed inside like a hot tea or something like that. So it's really nice. So that is something that if you go to Argentina, you will see in absolutely everywhere and
Oh,
everywhere.
I never tried it, and no, because I have never been in Argentina. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, if you have the opportunity to go, you will see that people everywhere are drinking that. It's like our national drink, something like that. Yes.
Nice.
So that is what I'm missing. Actually, at the beginning, I struggled a lot because I used to drink that every single day in my house, and I couldn't find that kind of tea that you put inside. It's like a dry grass that you put inside. In here, of course, I cannot find, so I stopped uh, drinking and I replaced it with green tea because I don't have option. and and well, that is something that I miss a lot. Actually, the name of this drink is mate.
Ah,
So
okay.
um,
I think I heard
so
this.
I
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, it's something really typical from Argentina in or Uruguay, the country close to us. In there also you can find. So yeah, actually I miss that
Yeah, there is always
a lot.
something what you always miss from your own country. There are some things which bring some sweet memories, like especially from your childhood, what you are used to. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and do you like
yeah.
masala tea, Indian tea?
Yeah, yes, I like actually. I wasn't not a tea person. I was more a coffee person. And in here right now, yes, I'm drinking tea every single day. So the people say no, you should drink coffee when it's winter. Actually, so I say no. We drink coffee. Doesn't matter the weather.
Yes,
We
of
drink
course.
coffee all the time. And here like people are more tea people, of course. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I was not used at all to the tea,
Mhm.
and I like it. I learned to make different kind of tea as well with spices or with milk or without milk, and all these things that's really interesting. The taste is completely different because we in Argentina have tea, but definitely the taste is different. Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yes. And one question I would like to ask you, which I like all the girls to whom I talk, and I would like to ask you, what would you recommend to the girls who are in relationship with Indian men, or maybe they dream to marry an Indian man, because there are a lot of girls I can see from South America as well, who really love Indian culture, and they really want to find an Indian guy whom they can marry. So what would you recommend? How to understand that person is serious, and how to prevent maybe misunderstanding and some mistakes in future? What is your suggestion to the girls?
Well, in my case, I can say I was not a person that was looking for or searching an Indian man, and it came magically in my life, I can say.
Yes.
But communication is the first thing that is super important. Communication and the respect of belief and opinions of each one. No, as I said before, you should not force to someone to believe what you believe. Just let him or let her be. Um, so the communication, the how to how do you like the food, for example, and what do you like or what you don't like, and respect always that, right? So it's like something that it's an everyday learning. It's an everyday learning, but the respect about your belief, your partner beliefs is really important as well. Don't push to believe what you believe that is
Mhm.
my first uh, tip, I would
Yeah.
say.
And after living 7 years in India, can you say now that India became your second home, and did this country change you in any way?
Yes, I can say that India is my second home right now. I feel like at home. When I go back to Argentina, I want to come back really fast. Because I miss it. I really learned to keep my mind open, to don't judge to people or quickly. I learned to be patient, and that is really important because in India it's a different how to say, people go in a different path, in a different we want, maybe in the West we are super hurry for do everything right now. We want, we live in a really fast world, and in here it's like let the moment come. Let the moment come and relax. And so, yeah, that cost me a lot. That cost me a lot, the stress to have right now this or that, or also, of course, value what you have. For example, things that I used to have in my house and I used to see every day. In here, I don't have that. Then I value that. Was something so small, and were you using that every single day, for example, and here you don't have that, and so it's like, for example, they need the papers, right? The papers for clean your hands and everything, or eat with fork, and now here we eat with hands. And what a curious thing, because in my house, my father never let me eat with my hands. With my hands, actually, whenever I want to eat with my hands, he used to say, "Do you don't see that you have a fork there or a spoon there?" And here that doesn't happen. So it's like, like what is correct for one is not correct for the other one, and what is correct for you is incorrect for the other one. So it's something like, it's a learning process. Is keep your mind open always and enjoy the moment.
Yes, of course. And one thing I would like to ask you, so now you are living in Hyderabad, and how do you feel in the city? What are the main differences between Kolkata and Hyderabad? I would like to ask you. And one thing that, do you see your future actually, let's say, in 5, maybe 10 years in India, or would you like to relocate somewhere else?
At the beginning, I proposed my husband to go and live at least in the middle place. I mean, in the middle from Argentina, and so he was saying, okay, we should go and live in Africa or something like that. So yeah, actually, I came here without any plan. I just came to see what will happen if I will adapt. And I say, actually, if I don't adapt, I will have to go back, and definitely you will have to follow me if you want. So I took my own time for go slowly and learn and understand the culture, actually.
Yes.
And right now I can say that I definitely can stay. I can live in here. As I said before, this is my second home right now. So that's why I don't have any plan or something that I don't like exactly for go back. At the beginning, of course, yes, I consider it a lot, but right now, no. Right now, I can say, actually, I feel super comfortable, and I don't have any plan for going back. And my husband also, of course, he's growing in his own career as well, so I don't want to cut that from him. If he goes to Argentina, he has to start from zero again, and he has to first learn the language. And right now, it's like we are not 20 anymore. We cannot start from zero in that way. So in there, yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, no, just just continue in this way and let's see what happens. Maybe in the future, maybe 5 years later, if you receive a job offer from another country, maybe you can move on. That is different. But if I have to move on because I feel uncomfortable, no, definitely no. I don't have problem in keep living here, continue living here. Yeah.
Yes, no, I mean, for example, it's not necessary to move to Argentina. It can be like third country, like many couples, like intercultural couples, they live somewhere else. It can be, I don't know, Europe maybe, or Canada. A lot of people now, they move to Canada from India. You probably heard about that. Yeah, so there are a lot of opportunities. It's like some people are open for them. Some people just feel more comfortable in India or somewhere else. It depends, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, actually, yes. That's why I mean, right now we don't have any plan for move on to another or a specific country. I just say to go back to my country because actually, because I have my family there, right? So, but I don't have family in other countries. So maybe that's why I was thinking that maybe I should go back or something like that. But no, yeah, I feel happy here. There are things that, yeah, maybe it's not like I don't like it exactly, like what happened in Kolkata. I used to feel sick every time I used to go out because we're so many people. I used to come back with headache and yes, the weather and all those things. But right now, that two things doesn't bother me anymore. Actually, for me, it's natural. It's okay. I adapt really well. I adjust really well. I feel fine. Those things doesn't bother me at all.
Yes, I can see it myself that, yeah, you fit perfectly in Indian society now, so there are no problems at all. And I think it's the most important thing to feel comfortable where you live, and it doesn't matter where is it. It can be your own country or it can be somewhere else. Sometimes people feel much better somewhere else than in your own country. It's also possible.
That's true. That's true.
And I got two questions for you, and I think they're kind of similar, so I will just read them. One is, did you face any issues when joining an Indian family?
No, I have been lucky. I didn't have any problem. Thankfully, everyone accepted me with open arms. They were super curious about me. They wanted to know everything about my country. Definitely, I mean, Kolkata is the place in where they love football. So whenever I was there, I actually with the World Cup happened there with the football World Cup, everyone were like cheering for Argentina, and they were happy to have me there, and you really felt that good vibes and the energy that okay, they support your country. And I was so happy because I was alone. Usually I used to celebrate or watch the match with my own family in Argentina, and I felt that sense of emptiness for a moment, that where is my father, where is my brother. But in here that happened, everyone understood that for us football was really important and is really important. So they came and they were wearing the Argentinian jersey, and that was so cool. and with Argentinian flags and celebrating and everything. So those moments that maybe for many people that is too little, for me was big, because those particular moments I used to spend with my own father, brother, friends, and then you see you really value those special moments that now you don't have, but it's okay. These people will be with you whenever you need. So actually, I felt really like a home also again. Was really nice. So people actually from Kolkata, they like football. So some cheers for Argentina, some others for Brazil, but it's okay. And whenever I say that I'm from Argentina, definitely they feel super. Why is so far away? Why are you here? Do you like being here? Everyone wants to make you feel welcome, and so yeah.
And there is one more question regarding to the family. Has your Indian family had any issues with anything of your culture?
No. Actually, they knew that in Argentina we eat beef. So they, at the beginning, they were worried that I will eat beef in the house. So I said, no. I say, no, please don't take me wrong. I will not go and buy beef or something like that. It's okay. I can, I will adjust. And it's not like I need that beef to live. Not at all. I can live without any problem, without eating meat. It's no problem for me. So yeah, that was one question. And then also they started asking me, my husband's family, because of my name. They say, are you Muslim? Because my name is Roxana, and actually in Kolkata, I had the opportunity to meet many Roxanas.
Yes.
Roxana, and they are Muslim. So they asked me, are you Muslim? So I say, no, actually I'm Christian. So not for create a problem or something, but they were like, yeah, the day that we married, they said, are you Muslim? And I was like, no, I'm not Muslim. Oh, but your name is Roxana. Yeah, my name is Roxana. So I always had to explain, no, I'm not Muslim. It's like that. But now, of course, now everyone in his family knows that I'm Christian. You know, religion topics are a bit special, sensitive in India, maybe. So that's why I was like, okay, I don't want that people point me out or something like that. But that was one thing, my name, and mostly, yeah, always explaining that issue.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I also heard that in Argentina you eat a lot of meat, yes. So of course, probably it was their worry, how you will survive in India because, okay, Bengalis, they still eat non-veg, but you know, many Indian families, they are completely vegetarian, so it could be an issue for someone who are not used to it. So of course.
Yes, I didn't have, Argentina is a meat country, actually. I can say people eat a lot of meat, barbecue, mostly barbecue.
Yes.
And so, but no, I don't have the feeling of eating that, actually. I don't, no. But no, after that, anyone had any kind of concern or doubt or something about me, they just wanted to know. Actually, I received questions like, "Do you meet Messi? Do you see Messi?" That is a common question as well. So, yeah, but no. I have been really lucky. Yeah.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Yeah. So you had good relation with your parents and all. I think it's very important. I think in any culture, so it doesn't matter where you live. So you could adjust very well in India. You feel like at home. So everything is simply perfect. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to listen to different stories, and until now all of them are positive, so it's really nice to see so many happy couples. So I'm very happy about you as well, and I would like to thank you for a very interesting conversation. I also learned a lot from you guys because I'm not living in India. Okay, my husband is from India, but we are living in a third country, and I never had a chance to live in India actually, but okay. So, of course, I learned a lot from you. And I would like to thank everyone who were with us. I saw a lot of people were watching us, and who couldn't watch, I will record and save everything. Yes, I will upload on YouTube, so how it's more comfortable, convenient for you to watch. And I really hope that we will meet again. It's always a pleasure to speak, especially to the girls from South America. Yeah, they're totally different. They're very cheerful. They're very friendly, and it's really a pleasure for me to meet you today.
Thank Thank you. It was a big pleasure to meet you as well, talk to you. So um, this actually, I don't know. Now it's almost dark. You cannot see me properly, but yeah, I had an excellent moment. It was a really interesting thing, a moment. I also share my experience, and so thank you very much for this space. And
Yes.
well, whenever you want, one day maybe we can have another, or just we, with my husband, or whatever you need.
Yes, and yes, thanks a lot for your kind words. It's I think we can meet again because I already started organizing like joint interviews as I told you, and one day invited three more South American girls, so I can invite another ones or maybe the same ones, but we can pick some other topics. So I think there is always a lot to discuss, and it's always a pleasure to meet new people, to listen to different experience, and you all live in different cities, and you know India is very different. Each state, I would say, like a separate country. That's what I feel. So it would be really interesting to listen to something else, maybe in more details. So thank you very much for your time and for your story. Thank you. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.